When people move to Australia, one of the first things they want to do is get their driver's licence. It's often central to getting a job and establishing relationships. But even if they've been driving for years in their birth country, learning to drive in Australia still poses challenges. Language barriers can make signs difficult to read. Often they're used to driving on the other side of the road. And many say in smaller towns and cities where there's a lot less traffic, they feel a lot more exposed if they break the road rules. So who better to teach them the road rules than a retired police officer? Ambling down a suburban street in southern Tasmania, retired cop Kim Smith is teaching Bangladeshi woman Nowshin Nusrat Australia's road rules.
What would the speed limit be here normally? 50? Absolutely.
Most of Mr Smith's teaching happens at a community house in Hobart's northern suburbs. He volunteered after retiring, and on his first day he met a room full of migrants, many of whom knew little English.
So I went to sleep with the problem, woke up, and there was a piece of paper and a pen beside my bed, and I wrote some ideas down, and as a result I developed some road maps.
What began as scrawls on butcher's paper turned into toy cars on laminate.
So which car goes first?
The red car goes first.
No, it doesn't. You'll have to stop that.
When I'm not able to understand something, when I ask him, one question again and again, he's never tired.
Nowshin moved to Tasmania 6 months ago. She drove in Bangladesh, but says there was so much traffic, people often broke the law.
When there are less cars in the road, the flaws are easily shown, right? You get caught very easily, so you have to learn the rules very properly.
Mr Smith has now travelled around Tasmania, making instructional videos.
往前到正确的待转点。
They were so successful they were redone professionally and now appear in 5 languages on a government website. When Kim Smith realised that teaching the road rules visually was more effective with migrants, he decided to try the same technique with young people who had their own learning challenges. Kids with autism, ADHD, kids who couldn't read. And he found once again it was a winning formula. Ella McConnon has ADHD and was struggling to prepare for her learner's test.
I find it difficult sometimes to learn just by reading it myself, and kind of like it when people teach me how to do it better.
The 16-year-old took lessons with Mr Smith and he gave her the test too.
They find it so much more calming if I can explain things, explain the question, put the toy cars out, and the visual learners just thrive on being able to do that.
Now Ella's dad Darren is teaching her to drive, and she's correcting him on some of the road rules.
It did happen. Yeah. I can't deny it.
And who can argue with someone taught by a policeman? Alison Costello, ABC News.